Happy Wednesday. The lighting is always off once the sun goes down, but that's okay. Should have adjusted a little bit, but I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to roll with it. Yeah. I don't know. The lighting's weird. So, wanted to hop on. Hi, Sarah. Y'all, while you're hopping on, drop me a comment where you're watching from. I know there's going to be people from all over the country on this. This is one that I have advertised a little more than some of my Zoom or some of my lives that I do. So let me know where you're watching from. So, hi, Vicki. Hey, Julie. Awesome. Thank you so much, Julie. Hey, Savannah. Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about network marketing, social selling, direct sales, whatever you want to call it. Because in Vegas still. Yeah, you're still in Vegas. Because I feel like there's people on the extremes of both ends. Very few people are in the middle. You have the extreme of they hate network marketing and they give you all the reasons why. Most of them honestly are false, but it's because they've had a bad experience. They've dealt with someone in the industry who was an idiot. I'm just going to throw it out there. Or you have the ones on the other side who, you know, they talk like network marketing is unicorns and rainbows and nothing ever goes wrong. And, you know, it's all puppy dogs and sunshine and whatever. I'm kind of in the middle, and I am, you know, y'all that followed me for long enough, you know this. You know that I tend to be very real and raw. I don't go to the extremes. I literally just educate on whatever topic that I'm talking about. Hey, Robin. So I wanted to tell y'all a little story, and then I want to give you some red flags. If you're thinking about getting into this industry, I want to make sure that you're informed and you're educated before you make a decision. Because quite honestly, this may not be for you. And you know, if you've joined my team, I make you go through a whole interview before I even consider putting you into the system, before I even consider taking you on as a coaching client. So again, I'm not saying any of this to be mean, but one thing I will say, unless you're incredibly motivated and you're a self-starter, this industry is not for you. I don't think that everyone should be in network marketing. I don't hate 9-to-5s. I don't hate jobs. I don't hate CEOs that make millions and millions of dollars. Like, again, I'm not on either extreme. I'm very much in the middle, very much just about education. I do want to start out with a story, though. I'm going to refer to him as Jordan. I'm looking over here because I have his name written down. But this guy's name is Jordan Adler. Hey, Jeremy. My trainer better rock. That's funny. Jordan Adler, and he is somebody who he's written several books. He's really big into the industry now. But at one point, he's someone who went into a lot of debt in this industry. And y'all got some blonde peeking through. I'm going to tell a little bit of his story, and there's some, see if you can point out the red flags. Like, if you hear a red flag before I say it, comment it. Oh, and by the way, guys, we are still doing the Amazon gift card drawing. So if you want in the drawing, share this video, comment below that you shared, onto your personal page or a public, like if you have a public business page or something, but not into a private group, something that I can see and verify that you actually shared. So Jordan started network marketing all the way back in 1982. Actually, first off, drop me a 1 if you've had a bad experience in network marketing. When I say bad, I don't necessarily mean that you didn't make a lot of money, but if you lost a lot of money, or if you were with a team that maybe encouraged you to buy a whole bunch of crap that you didn't need to buy, or signed you up and never talked to you again, or with a company that ended up being real shady, because there are those out there. And by the way, I have a 1 down there in the comments. Like, I have been with a company that was not good, didn't make any money, actually lost a lot of money, and I was very heavily encouraged. I won't say forced, because I was an adult. I was like 22 or 21. 22, I think. I was very heavily encouraged to take out a credit card in order to buy inventory. Huge no-no. Unless you're doing like, well, I would still say a huge no-no, to be honest with you. Saw the bad as a kid due to my grandparents losing money. Yeah, my husband was the same way. My in-laws ended up, their company shut down and was doing some sketchy things. So get that. So in 1982, he started with his first company. He paid $400 to sign up, which I feel like back in 1982, $400 was a lot more than it is now. I don't know. I realize that like 1982 is not that long ago, but realistically, that's almost 40 years, right? Like I feel like cost of living has drastically gone up in 40 years, but that might just be me overthinking it. Now in this one, the owner died. He never saw a paycheck. So the red flag there is you joined with a company that had an owner that was up in age, and there was no successor that was like being groomed to take over the company. I'll be honest, the company I'm with right now, the owner is, I wouldn't say up in age, but for this industry, I would say up in age. But he has a successor that's like actively being groomed, and we all know about it, to take over the company. So if not, I would probably be looking for another job, another network marketing job, because that would be a red flag. Like, you just never know. And if there's no plan in place, typically the company crumbles. Yes, and me, because they were my parents. Janice, Savannah, y'all are funny. Oh, it's funny, because I know that you just signed another distributor, Janice. And Brett goes, yeah, did you see Janice? I was like, how are you just going to randomly like throw their names together and make up a new name? But anyways, he says, congratulations. So after that, he joined a company that sold cameras. He paid $395 to join. It was a door-to-door company, which again, I feel like back in the 80s, as much as like now I would say like I wouldn't join a company that was door-to-door. I feel like back in the 80s, like they didn't have social media. Door-to-door was kind of the only way to do it. So I can't really fault him that much for picking that company. But this is his words, not mine. He went to a door. The lady answered completely butt naked. And then her husband came to the door also butt naked. He quit the company and never went back. I'm not going to lie, y'all. If that happened to me, it probably would have scared me off too. The next one he joined was a travel company. $100 startup, and the company shut down. So again, I'm sure there were plenty of red flags. And I'm going to share some red flags with you at the end of this too. If you're looking for a company or if you're talking to people about specific companies. So after that, he got out of network marketing. He switched into being a flight attendant, which I thought was really cool. But because he didn't have that entrepreneurial mindset, spirit, whatever you want to call it, he quickly realized there were a lot of young people that wanted to be a flight attendant. I don't know what the politically correct term is now. If you want to drop it down there. If flight attendant's not the right word, I'll use something else. So he started a class, basically, where he charged $50 a person, and he was teaching them what it took and how to prepare to basically go be a flight attendant. Well, the airline caught wind of that and was like, no, it's a conflict of interest. You're kind of piggybacking off of our brand and making money. You have to stop. So he quit. Like, he stopped making the classes, and then eventually he quit. He went back to another network marketing company because a friend of his was in. Guys, huge red flag. Don't join your friends just because they're your friends. Again, I'm going to give you the red flags. I'm not saying if you have a friend, you can't join them, but you got to make sure some things fall into place first. There was no system set in place, no way to duplicate. It was a $10,000 startup. I don't know what the heck he tried to sell. I feel like that's like a lot of money. Yeah, I thought it was funny that he said your names like that. He ended up spending an additional $5,000 over the course of a year, never made any money out of it. So I'm only telling a little bit of his story, but just to wrap it up, over the course of 10 years, Jordan was a part of 11 companies and had lost over $30,000. Some of y'all have lost $100 in network marketing and you're like, I'm never doing that again. And y'all, I was one of those people. I had lost about $1,800, which, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money, but not when you compare it to $30,000. So he was discouraged, he was depressed, but basically he went on to become one of the highest paid people in the entire industry. Not in just his company, the whole industry. And by the way, guys, he's not in my company, so nobody freak out about income disclosure statement. This is not someone I know personally. It's not someone in our company. It's just someone in the industry. The two things I want you to take from that, if you're already on the team, for sure, or if you're looking, maybe you've had a bad experience like I did. I tried to sell makeup, guys. And obviously, makeup's not the smart route to go when you're trying to do something like this because you can buy it anywhere. But that's what I did. I was never going to do something like this again, ever. And then I found this, and, you know, that was 5 years ago, so kind of, it's history. But he didn't quit on the industry. And then he went all in. He found something he wanted, and he went all in. Again, I'll say it over and over again. I do think that network marketing is the smartest route to go if you want to create duplicatability. Y'all, I cannot even talk. If you want to create something that's duplicatable, you want to duplicate yourself. You want to duplicate your time. I've never even heard of rosemary. I'm not going to lie to you. Not something I've heard of. It's the smartest way that you can go if you want to be able to work a little and get paid a lot eventually. That doesn't happen in the very beginning. You have to build up to it. It's one of the only industries that you can go in and you can set up a system for yourself or plug into a system, hopefully that's already there. And you can really multiply your hours and eventually be making what they call beach money. Passive income, residual income, whatever. Like I said, I mean, it took my husband and I about 3 years to start making decent residual income, and we're still not at the level where we would just sit on a beach and like not work. So again, I think it's the smartest industry out there if you're looking, you know, for that kind of stuff. But it's very tricky to get into because there's so many companies and so many things that people don't understand and they're not educated on the industry. So I'm going to share with you quickly. Don't freak out when I say 7, but quickly, 7 red flags. If you're looking into the industry, you're really going to want to check like whatever company and whatever team you're joining, because 5 of these are red flags on the company. 2 of them are red flags on the person that you're looking to sign up under. So because as much as, yes, you need to find a good company, the team that you join will honestly make or break you. I'll tell you, when I joined, there wasn't systems in place. I pretty much learned from YouTube, and that's why it took me so freaking long to be successful and to learn to duplicate myself. Had I joined a team that had systems in place already, I'd be much farther along at 5 years. 5 years, I would be on a beach not doing anything else. But that wasn't the case, and that's okay because I learned a lot. I developed my own mindset, my own leadership. I learned how to create the systems. I learned how to bring up leaders in the industry. So I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying, hindsight 2020, I would have looked at some red flags. Savannah, y'all are funny. So the first one, again, red flag on the company. If the company is not debt-free, meaning it is in debt, it's a red flag. Do not join them. Again, 5 years ago, that's what I looked for, was a debt-free company. And I found one, obviously. Yes, I'm loving our systems. Yeah, our systems are the bomb. Now, I will tell you one myth is that you have to get in early to make money. Guys, we joined this company when it was 16 years old, and we're in the top 1%. You don't have to get in early to make money. That's something that people say when they're not very educated on the industry, or people that are in the industry that are in a new company. And instead of showing the facts of like, oh, we're not debt free, like the company may not be around in 10 years, they like to rely on, oh, well, you have to get in a company when it's new. Okay, I will say you'll probably build quicker, but that's also a huge risk. So I'm not going to hate either way. Like, there's good and bad to both, but it's a myth that you can't make money if you get in before it, like after it's ground floor or whatever they like to say. Number 2 is the CEO or the president or both are sketchy. Guys, if you're looking at a company and the CEO has another MLM, or they had one and they bankrupted it or shut it down, and they won't always come out and say, oh, like we bankrupted it. They'll just say, we chose to go a different path. Or they'll have another company in another country that's not very well known and not doing very well, and they're trying to piggyback off of that real quick in the United States. Huge red flag. And also if they've just been shady business practices, maybe they weren't in network marketing, but for example, I know there's a president of a network marketing company right now. He was with another company. He got in trouble for laundering money. It was never really proved, like he never went to jail or anything, but instead of clearing his name, they just shifted him to another company real quick. Huge red flag. Like, never in my life would I join something like that. Number 3 is you are the customer. Guys, if they are doing product launches and they're only available to distributors for the first couple of weeks, customers can't buy them, you're the customer. Okay? You are the person that's buying all the product. You need to find a company that their main bread and butter is finding customers that are not in the business. And as much as I use the products, clearly I use the products, I'm drinking green juice right now. I can tell you when a product is launched, we are not the first ones to go buy it. Now, I don't go on my social media and like, oh, this was just released. It's so amazing. Y'all ain't tried it yet? I don't know. But I'll go to my current customers. I typically have a list of a couple hundred that I message when a product is released that order from me consistently. And I'll literally just say like, hey, we just released this product. This is what it does. Because they already love a product they already take from the company, it's a reputable company, they have no problem buying a new product. What I do is I set a goal for myself. When a new product is launched, I want to buy it. But having a business mind, I know the smartest thing to do is not to like go buy several $100s worth of the product. So what I'll do, once I get a certain amount of people to order it from me that are my current customers, then I let myself go buy it. That's just my personal thing. I'm not saying you have to do that, especially if you're new, you may not have that network. I'm saying if I bought everything that was launched as soon as it was launched, I would really have to be mindful of the money that's going out versus the money that's coming in. I never want to not make a profit, and not just a profit, like a very large profit when it comes to business expenses going out versus coming in. Nothing to do with red flags, just a little bit of how I think, like I'm in this business to make a profit, not just to say, oh, I made this much money. Well, it doesn't matter how much I made if I spent it all that month. Yes, so smart. I shared in Rap Stars, thank you. The other thing, so if you have to buy inventory, now if you're going to go do parties, buy inventory. Like if you're wanting to be more on the active like sales side of it, I understand the need for inventory. Like I'm not hating on that. But if they tell you it's a social media business and then they start telling you have to buy inventory, but their customers aren't ordering from you, they're ordering from your website, why do you have to have inventory? Why do you see girls with closets full of product if they don't have to have inventory? That's just good business smarts. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm very business minded. I always have been. Like I'm not spending more than I'm making. And even in the beginning, that's why I tell y'all when you're brand new and you start, try a product. Yes, do your auto ship if you want to for a product, but you get the free samples. So try the samples first. See if that's something you like. It doesn't cost you any extra. And then as you're bringing money in, keep track of it. Yes, be a product of the product. Yeah, our products are cheap, so it's not like you're spending $100 a month to go get a product. But just be smart. Like, track your money. The second one is if you have to buy products to stay active or to get paid. Guys, I understand having limits. Or quotas. I'm not hating on quotas. But if you have to have a quota to stay active, meaning they're going to shut your account down, or to get paid, meaning if you don't buy a certain amount of money, you don't get paid, I wouldn't join that company. Now, again, I understand having quotas, but the quotas need to be able to be met by customers only. You need to be able to run your business to little to no money every single month and be able to rely just on customers coming in for you to actually make a profit. And I don't care if it's $150 every 3 months that you have to buy. If you have to buy it and there's no way to do a customer sales instead, that's a huge red flag. Number 4, y'all, if they have a free car program, some of y'all about to come at me when I say this. If they have a free car program, that's a red flag because it's not a free car. What they do, and I am very knowledgeable in this, what they do is you get a certain amount of money per month after you hit a certain rank to pay the car payment on that car. The car is in your name. It's on your credit. If you don't have the credit for the car, your spouse has to co-sign and show proof of their income. So, for example, my company does not have a car program. But if we had a car program and you earned your free car, the only way that I would do that is if you hand me a clean bill of sale, a clean title, a clean car, and the keys and said, here, it's yours. If they don't do that, you're not getting a free car. You're signing a lease or you're signing a contract to buy a car in your name. If the company shuts down, you're still stuck with that. No one comes and repos it from the company. That's your car that the company is going to pay for if you hit a certain amount of sales every month. Hey, Shelly. If you drop rank, they don't pay for it anymore, but they don't take it back because it's not their car. Your name, your credit is getting screwed. All that company is doing is putting you in debt. Our company, our motto is to be a debt-free company. We really promote debt-free for everybody on the company. Obviously, not everyone chooses that, and that's okay. I know my team, we really hit hard on the debt-free part of the business. However, some teams don't, and that's perfectly fine. But you never want a company that promotes putting you into debt. A car payment, all it is debt. 5 could be company or distributor. If they only focus on their warm market. Guys, if there's not a duplicatable system that they don't have to rely on friends and family to make money, that's a huge red flag. Most of us, I had 85 Instagram followers and a couple hundred Facebook friends. And if you look at my social media now, I have almost 13,000 Instagram followers and like 3,800 Facebook followers, plus the 5,000 Facebook friends. We won't talk about TikTok because I still haven't figured that out yet. Drop me a 1 if you're killing it on TikTok. Drop me a 2 if you're like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing on TikTok. I tried. I got on it a couple of times. You know, it's fun for little videos here and there. I have no idea how to monetize it. I know there's trainings out there. I'll eventually probably attend some of them. But every time I go on there, I just feel like a super old person trying to like hang out with high school kids. But if there's not a system to get outside the warm market, and one way that you can tell that, if you look at that person's page and they're posting pictures of products all the time, it's because they're relying on their warm market to make sales. The way we do it, and this is the way I suggest everyone doing it, we put up free Facebook ads, which I'm not going to go into because, again, it's kind of unique to our company. In training, it's taught in depth, and like we walk you through step by step. But we put up a free Facebook ad. Anyone that comments on that ad, we give them the info. And it's people that we don't know. They're not friends with us on Facebook. We've never met them in real life. It's just somebody that commented on the ad. We give them the info. We direct them to our website and they order. I can tell you in the last 2 months, these have been really slow months. I'm not going to lie to you. I personally had 25 new people become customers. Only one of them did I know before this business. So that is something that you need to look for, a company that has a system that you can plug into and you don't have to sell to friends and family. Number 6, and this kind of goes along with it, but you need to find if they focus on sales versus marketing. Again, that's a red flag unless you want to be a salesperson. Sales aren't bad. Guys, I'm never going to sit here and hate on sales. I was in sales once upon a time. I didn't love it, but I did see people make a lot of good money in it. I wasn't very good at it. When I switched to marketing, I made a lot more money. But if you're someone who you enjoy sales, this part doesn't matter to you. So it's 100% up to you. But if you don't want to be in sales, if you want to focus on marketing, again, this is 100% on the distributor. Check their page. If they are spamming all over with the name of their company, they have no idea how to do marketing, they're 100% in sales. If you go to their stories and it's join my team for this much, and this product is this much, and ooh, this shampoo does this, and this pill does this, and all they're doing is trying to sell to you. If you join them, you're going to be a salesperson. And again, if you want to be, that's okay. But if you want to be in marketing, that's a red flag. Find another team. Basically, If their page looks like a billboard, that's a red flag. You don't want to be a walking advertisement for the company. You're not getting paid for that. So if you're being taught to be a walking advertisement, someone's going to look at your page. I'm just going to throw Scentsy out there. They're going to, now, not all Scentsy reps do this. I'm saying if they can look at your page and you're spamming Scentsy all over your wall, then it triggers, oh, I know so-and-so, they sell Scentsy. I'm going to order from them. You got someone else to sell. Congratulations. They have no reason to come back to you because you're just like every other Scentsy dealer out there. You want to say hi? All right, the kid wants to say hi real quick. I've got one more thing and then I'm done.
Hi. Tomorrow we're going to get a haircut.
Tomorrow we're going to get haircuts. We desperately need haircuts. I don't know if you can tell how nappy my hair looks right now. We desperately need haircuts. Awesome. Dad's making dinner and doing the laundry. I'll tell her you said hi later, Savannah. And my husband's too nice to my kid. I unload the washer, put her stuff in a basket, she puts it up. Excuse me. He unloads the washer, puts her stuff in the basket, and she goes, Dad, can I do it tomorrow instead? And he goes, sure, it's fine. No, you can put it up right now. So something that my husband and I always say is, this business isn't our life. It just pays for our life. If you look at my page or you look at my husband's page, like, we're not all about the business because we have a life. We have a very busy and a very fulfilling life. We just get paid to do this. So it's not something that we're going to like let it consume us. And then the last one is if the person that you're looking at joining is a hype man, meaning all they talk about is the quick money, how easy it is. Now, I'm not saying simple. I get it. Like, our systems are very simple, but I wouldn't tell you that it's easy. It is something that, again, if you're not a self-starter, you're not a self-motivator, I wouldn't suggest you doing this. If you're someone who you need someone telling you what to do every second of every day, I wouldn't suggest you doing this because no one's going to tell you what to do. It'll be 100% on you. Now, I'm not saying if you get on a one-on-one call and you're asking them like, oh, how much money do you make? And they tell you actual numbers that are big. Because again, a lot of us make a lot of money in this business, or in this industry rather. But if it's plastered all over their page and it's kind of clickbait, that's what you want to run from. So I'm not saying they can't be honest and like tell you stuff. Basically, if it looks too good to be true, when they're talking about all the free stuff and how easy it is and, oh, you just work 5 minutes a day, it's too good to be true. Again, I'm not going to tell you that it's easy. I'm going to tell you it's worth it. I fully think it's worth it, but it's 100% on you if it's something that you want to do. And again, I hope you got some value out of this. If you do want to share to be in the Amazon drawing, just drop a comment below that you shared and I'll make sure you're in the drawing. But like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're just catching on, a lot of people talk about the negatives of network marketing. A lot of people talk about the positives of positives of network marketing. I feel like very few people talk about the truth of network marketing. So I kind of wanted to just hop on and give you the real, the raw, the ugly. You know, it's a mix of both, just like any job. And yeah, if it's something you're interested in, that's awesome. If someone shared this video onto their page and that's how you saw it, go talk to them, not to me. It means that they're on my team if they're in the industry. If not, they're just sharing to get some education out there, which is awesome. They can tell you, hey, I don't know, go talk to Tanya. But if they shared it, talk to them and not me. And then if they tell you to come to me, you can come to me. But have an awesome rest of your Wednesday, and I will talk to y'all later.